Hey there, fashion friends. Welcome to today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. On today's episode, we are looking at what I no longer buy. Yes, you've been asking, so I'm delivering. You can't see my hands. I'm delivering. Here we go.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like.
So I've actually been thinking about doing this topic for a video for probably a good, maybe almost a year. For a while I was like, kept going back and forth. I'm like, do people really want to know? Are people really going to be interested in knowing what I'm no longer buying? Cut to a couple weeks ago, I myself got stuck in the rabbit hole of no longer buy videos by other YouTubers. Yep, pulled me right in. Sucker. Yeah, so I thought, you know what? I'll join the club. So I've created a list of 20 items that I no longer buy, or at least won't buy until I absolutely need to replace something because it's broken or worn out or whatever it is. Most of the items are going to be in the fashion category, but I did sprinkle in a few non-fashion or, other lifestyle type category stuffs that I'm not buying anymore, just to kind of shake it up a bit. So yeah, we've got 20 things to get through. So let's get started. Okay, so number one is Impractical heels. Impractical heels had a time and a place in my wardrobe. But yeah, these days, not so much. I do love heels and I still have heels, but I have practical heels. And heels that don't have a massive platform or aren't 5 inches. I'm kind of at my max of like 3 inches nowadays. Love the idea of heels. When I see a pair of just like fierce platform 5-inch heels, I'm so pulled in and so tempted. But ultimately I just know, yeah, they're not gonna get worn. So number 2 is manicures. Yeah, so whenever the at-home gel nails became like a thing, I was all about it. I jumped on that bandwagon so quickly because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a perfectionist in a lot of ways in my life, but when it comes to my nails, I have a very specific, and my hair, like there's certain things that I have a very specific image in my head on how I want them, and nails are definitely one of them. So when I would get my nails done, when I would get the gels done, I always like had a specific way I wanted them filed. I had like this whole idea of how I wanted the color to be, but I'm like that person that's like too nice to say at the end, like, these are crap. So when the whole at-home gel manicure sets came out, girl, I was on it. So that is what started me on giving up on the manicures. Pedicures are still my jam, mainly for the fact that I just like the excuse of going and sitting with my feet in a little bath and being absolutely undisturbed for 30 to 45 minutes and getting my feet massaged and caressed. That's mainly what it's for, but it's a bonus that they make my toenails look pretty too. So here we go. Okay, number 3 is belts. So I've got my thick brown belt, my thick black belt, my thin black belt, and my thin brown belt. Good to go. Yep. And when those wear out, yeah, then I'll buy one to replace it. Okay, number 4 is swimsuits. Much like the belts, yeah, I've just kind of gotten to the point where it's like I've got my good go-tos and that's all I need. There was definitely a time in my life when every season, when that summer season hit, I was always buying myself one new swimsuit. When my sort of minimalist sort of lifestyle started to trickle in, then yeah, I realized too, like the swimsuit I always wanted to wear was my black bikini. Like that was what I wanted to wear every time. So I got rid of all the other swimsuits and just had the black bikini. And then when I became a mama, as I'm sure a lot of you moms know, I had to invest in some mom swimsuits as well, because girl doesn't want to be rolling up to swim class in her bikini, just didn't feel right. I've seen it. I've actually seen it at the beach where a mom's been rocking a real cute 2-piece swimsuit, more power to her, but her little toddler, like she was getting up, she was standing up and her little toddler grabbed at her bottoms and like fully pulled the bottoms down, like totally pantsed her. Her child pantsed her. So I've got my black bikini swimsuit when I'm not momming it up, and I've got like 2 black mom swimsuits. I got like my more cute, you know, kind of trendier one, and then like my real mom suit that's like for like when I go to swim class or something with them. There they go. And that's all I need. Done and done. Okay, number 5 is jewelry. So if you saw my recent video, my linear jewelry video, I basically talk about how I love how jewelry tells a story and the romanticism behind jewelry and how we've kind of lost a lot of that. And so I like that all of my jewelry tells a story, kind of has a little backstory to it. All of my good quality jewelry that's heirloom jewelry that I've gotten from my grandmas, my mom, my aunts. So I had that, and then I had the jewelry that I've received from my husband over the years, with the exception that I have actually received some jewelry in the last year from MLE and from Lanier, which is super high quality, amazing jewelry. So I'm really excited that I've received that as well. If there is jewelry that I really, really want, I only want really high quality jewelry. So normally I will just that will be in my head for when my husband asks me what I want for an anniversary or something. That's what I'll ask for. And I wouldn't say I need any other jewelry because I've kind of got all my bases covered. So there you go. Okay, number 6 is hats. Yeah. This is again the same things kind of as swimsuit. I have my hats. I have my go-to hats that I always kind of revolve. In the summer, it's a Panama hat, and in the winter, it's a fisherman's hat. It's a fisherman's beanie. So that's basically it. And as long as I've got those 2 things covered, I'm good to go. Obviously, I will replace those when they need to be replaced. Like this summer, I had to replace my J. Crew Panama hat collaboration hat that's like amazing. It's an absolute mystery. Like, I genuinely am believing in little elves because I stored it away at the beginning of winter last year, and I remember like storing it away so carefully because I didn't want it to get crushed. Cut to the summertime, I cannot find this hat. I cannot find it. I have searched high and low in my house. I have to have a Panama hat because, girl, look at this face. Does this face look like a face that wants to be in the sun? No. So, had to buy a new one. Okay, so number 7 is I do not shop for things outside of my color palette anymore. My color palette is ultimately black, white, gray, a little bit of camel, a little bit of brown, and then if I want to sprinkle in a little bit of color, it's usually gonna be blue or pink, like a really light pink. I just want everything to be able to circle back to each other. Everything in my wardrobe makes sense together. Okay, so number 8 is cheaply made clothing. This one's a very obvious one because ultimately that is what my channel is all about, is finding quality in our clothing. So I'm pretty sure you guys could guess that I was definitely gonna mention this on this list, but I had to say it. Okay, number 9 is labels. So when I refer to this, I more mean no longer purchasing things because of their label. So I don't think somebody's outfit is better because they're wearing head to toe Gucci. Don't get me wrong, I love Gucci stuff, but I don't think that that's what makes an outfit. I don't think that that's what truly matters. To me, when I see an outfit, I don't care whether or not it's Gucci or a no-name brand that you found at a vintage shop. You know, like, it's all about how you wear the clothes. Now, that doesn't mean that that if I find something that I absolutely love and it is a label, that I'm not gonna buy it. But it's more just meaning not buying things just for their label. Sorry, that's kind of a abstract one. But okay, so number 10 is lotion. I had researched that lotions, like so hand lotions and body lotions, not all, I think there are some good ones out there, but that they can sort of take away your body's natural chemistry and it kind of dries your skin out more. I'm not an expert. It's just kind of what I had, read about and had kind of realized for myself. So when I do need lotion, like if my hands are dry, if my body's dry, I use coconut oil. Moisturizes the skin and it heals the skin and it doesn't mess with you. So yeah, so that's why I don't buy lotions anymore. However, I do have a couple lotions on hand that I've been gifted by, family and friends, that I will sort of dabble with every once in a while. I'm a sucker for good smelling stuff. I can't lie. Okay, number 11 is sale items. Okay, so what I mean by this, I don't mean that I never shop sales anymore. I most certainly do, because like I said, girl likes her money and girl likes a good deal. So I cannot tell you how many times, like come Black Friday, I'm like on that computer, Barney's warehouse, whew, going to town. Yeah. How many times did I end up with just stuff that I did not need? Maybe never wore, maybe only wore once or twice. I was more or less just buying it because it was a good deal. And I was like, well, I'll just make it work. I'll find a purpose for it. But realistically, I never did. So now I use a sale to get a good deal on something that I really need or really want. Using sales to kind of get the best deal, but not just shopping it just to shop it. Okay, number 12 is occasion outfits. Goodness, I was broke the first month of mine and my husband's relationship because I felt like I needed to buy a new outfit for like every single date. Yeah. But like I would say the biggest thing for this is like weddings. Whenever there was a wedding, I always bought a new dress, always, never failed, because I was always saying, oh, I don't want to be pictured in the same dress twice at weddings, because you have all these pictures from the weddings. But luckily for me, my hair changes every Tuesday, so I don't usually have that problem of being able to differentiate from weddings. If I am going to buy something new for, say, a wedding or another event, then what I will do is buy something that I know I can then wear realistically in the future. And that's again why timeless pieces are so key, because they can easily be kind of styled differently to look different. Okay, number 13 is the latest and greatest in technology, electronics, decor, etc. Don't get me wrong, I am definitely somebody that loves tech. Like I love electronics. I'm pretty close to, considering my Sonos speaker with Alexa, a second child. But I wouldn't say I'm somebody that needs to have the latest and greatest. For an example, I've had my same iPhone since 2016. So I think was the 7? Was that the iPhone 7? Sometimes like if it's an iPad or something, I'm completely fine with getting a better deal with just getting like last year's model. My iPad, I just want to watch Netflix on. So yeah, but I don't feel the need that whenever something new comes out that I have to have that newest and greatest technology. We've had our TV, our flat screen TV, for 10 years, I think. And the thing still looks like it's brand spanking new. Now, yes, it does not have all the new crazy, like, what are we at, like 5K now? Can we watch 5K on our TV? I think we can. Yeah. I don't know. All this craziness, yeah, I can't do that. But to be honest, I don't really care. It's still like amazing, amazing quality, because when we purchased it, we purchased the top of the line. And so now it's kind of like, it's still very relevant because it was very high tech at the time that we, very advanced when we purchased it. So that's kind of the thing that we'll shell out the cash for, like the highest spec, I guess it's called, the most tech forward item, so that we know we can have it for years and years and not have it become like irrelevant. Okay, number 14 is plastic water bottles, like plastic disposable water bottles. Just bought really nice water bottles, like Clean Canteen or Hydro Flask, and just having those, and always like if we're going somewhere, just making sure those are filled up, because yeah, I think it's one of the most wasteful, horrible things for our planet. So yeah, that's definitely something I do not buy anymore, and unless I'm absolutely beyond desperate, then yeah, because I also can't go without water. So okay, number 15 is Trendy Prints. Yes, this is another one that's probably is not surprising to you guys because I've talked about it quite a bit. Do not buy Trendy Prints anymore. I have learned my lesson with the parrot printed blouse in the past, where I've, you know, shelled out a good amount of money for a silk parrot print blouse that I never wore. Do you guys remember when parrot print was like it thing? I think like this year it's jungle print is like the print everybody's into. But yeah, no. Okay, number 16, cheaply made tech or electronics. We have things and we have them for a really long time. So to us, spending the money then on the best quality possible makes more sense than just getting the cheapest thing at that moment and then just have it break on you or not have good warranty, whatever it is. Doing your due diligence and having patience to get like the best quality thing, to have it for a really long time. So yeah. Okay, number 17 is kind of similar. Bad quality furniture. Price does not have anything to do with it, because again, I've purchased things that are very expensive and end up being horrible quality. And then I've purchased things from like IKEA, and we've had our same kitchen table from IKEA since we moved in together, which was 12 years ago, 12 and a half years ago. We still have the same kitchen table. Yeah, and it's held up. It's done its job for sure. Again, I think it just means kind of looking at the quality of the materials and the way it's constructed. Because yeah, it's not to say that there's not things at IKEA that are horrible quality. At IKEA, it's if you can find the things that are just like solid, you know, just simple screws, you're good to go. But anytime you like have to do like the tons of like the little wood pegs, no, never again. We bought a dresser when we first moved in together. I think it was like the Malm dresser, and absolute crud. Like it's fall apart on us every week, and we still used it and kept it for years and years. We probably had that thing for at least 6 years. Okay, number 18 is haircuts. Yeah, I never thought I would say that. Since COVID, I have not gotten one haircut. I have been cutting my own hair. Yeah, and I've quite enjoyed it. But once COVID's over, I might go back. I don't know. We'll see. I think that's partially why I wanted to shave my head, because it just makes it low maintenance and didn't have to like deal with it. Because I definitely love a good haircut. I love like, especially with like my hairstylist, he was very on point. That was something I did not mind spending money on. But yeah, it's just with COVID, I'm lucky that I don't really need to take that risk. That might come off the list in the future. We'll have to see. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get really good. Maybe I'll just get better and better. So, okay, number 19 is Acrylic Fabrics. I put this on the list and then I realized that my fisherman's beanie, Carhartt beanie that I have, has acrylic in it. But I think it's like, that's something that should have acrylic in it. But, because you want it to hold in that heat. For like my clothes wise, no more acrylic fabric. I can tell instantly when I put something on that has acrylic in it. It's like my kryptonite, I don't know. Okay, and number 20. I think I'm gonna bum a lot of people out with this. But number 20 is dresses. Yeah, no more. Yeah, ultimately on a regular basis, just no, not my jam. And for some reason, I still would buy them because I love the idea of dresses, and when I see them on other people, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's absolutely adorable. I could totally rock that, but in reality, no, it's just not my comfort zone. Recently, in the last few years, instead of buying dresses for weddings, I was going through a period where I would buy jumpsuits or rompers, like dressy jumpsuits or rompers. The last wedding that I went to, I got like a pair of silk wide leg trouser pants and wore them with like a kind of metallic-y bodysuit. Putting those two together was like a really elevated, dressy outfit. I wore them with like some real fierce heels. But then when you style them separately from each other and use things to sort of casualize them, then they worked for everyday purposes. So that's what I liked about that. Okay, you guys, that's it. 20 things that I no longer buy. I would love to hear about what you guys no longer buy, so definitely comment below and let me know what those things are. Maybe you have some that are similar to me. All right, you guys, I hope that today's episode was entertaining. Maybe it was helpful. If you did like today's episode, give me that thumbs up. Comment below, share with friends, and subscribe for future weekly episodes posted every Wednesday and Sunday. Okay, you stay safe, stay healthy, love, and support each other, especially in this time of voting. All right, we will definitely be chatting soon. Bye.